Welcome back to the Stephan Show. My name is Graham and welcome to my show, and as I'm sure a lot of you guys are already aware, I am an extreme cheapskate. I mean, we can really call it for what it is on this channel here. On the main channel, I like to kind of sugarcoat it a little bit. I came up with the term financial minimalist just so it doesn't sound so like derogatory. You know, cheapskate sounds like, oh, you're a cheapskate. But when you're a financial minimalist, on the other hand, then it sounds like, ooh, what's that? I want to be a financial minimalist too. It's all the same stuff, you guys. So anyway, I was browsing my YouTubes the other day and I came across this video and it struck a chord with me because I relate to this. And I figured, you know what, this is a video that I want to watch and maybe I could learn a few things and then of course record my reaction learning said things. And the title of this video is called Family Live Like They're Poor Despite Having Over $150,000 in the Bank. Wait for it. Extreme Cheapskates. This is going to be a really good one today, and you know how I know that? Because I got butterscotch flavor in my 20-cent iced coffee today. That's the thing, like, I live like I'm poor despite having millions in the bank, and I'm drinking 20-cent coffee, and I'm sitting here just getting upset if things are costing more than they actually need to cost. Like, for instance, I was at McDonald's the other day, and I was treating someone to a filet-o-fish. You know how expensive those are now? Those are $5 for a filet-o-fish. And also the medium filet-o-fish combo was like $8 with tax. That's $8. Like, I'd rather get Chipotle for $8 or a Subway sandwich for $8. Like, there's so many other things you can get for $8. So anyway, point being, I understand what the title is about because I feel it, and this is basically my life just on a larger scale. So anyway, let's watch this video and let's review it from one extreme cheapskate to another extreme cheapskate. But really quick, as usual, we have to watch the ads on the video to support the channel, and that way the channel creator can make enough money to go and buy even more 20-cent iced coffee. So if you wouldn't mind, just make sure to watch those ads. I'm not sure if I could say that, but anyway, you guys know what's up.
In terms of how much I've saved on keeping things the way they are and necessities only, I have saved upwards of $45,000.
You gotta admit, you have to respect that because something like that takes a lot of discipline, persistence, and consistency. You don't save $45,000 like that by going and just like eating out at Mastro's every day. You do that by cooking ramen noodles at home every day for 50 years. That's how it gets done.
My family is always asking me, how much money do we have? So I let them look at something that shows them how much money we have. I have 16 accounts.
16 accounts has gotta be a lot to keep track of. I'm wondering why he has so many different accounts. You could probably accomplish the exact same thing with like 3 to 4 accounts. By the way, I just noticed that's a very old school computer. So either this video has been filmed like 20 years ago, or this guy is still using a computer from 1998.
But the minute my family finds out where they are, they're gonna be asking for money.
Okay, I gotta admit, that's a little weird to hide money like that from your family. That's as if you either have a mistress and you don't want to find out that money is going to like support another family that you've kept secret from your main family. Or maybe he's invested in some sort of like IPO that took off and he's expecting to make a run for it and trying to hide all the money. That's a little weird.
I tell them, okay, we only have such and such amount of money, and that's here under home account. When they leave, I go here. There are 10 accounts that no one knows about.
All right, so let's see what we got here. We got credit unions, we got balance, 21,000, 5,600, 19,137. Okay, he's got a pretty decent amount in these credit unions, and it seems like he's putting his money in all the right spots, but why hide it? Why make that a big secret, though?
In my credit union account, there's $21,000. There's $19,679. That's at the bank, and this is the one that has $113,978.
So I'm looking through all of this, and it seems as though a lot of these accounts are like savings accounts and checking accounts and things like that. Why are you keeping that amount of money just sitting there? You should be investing it. Throw it in a Vanguard index fund and call it a day. I don't know why you would keep this amount of money just sitting there in the bank unless you have a plan for it. Unless his plan is to run. Unless he's planning to go and start off a new family somewhere else, this whole thing is a little bit sketch.
It's allowance time, folks. My daily allowance for my family is a way of teaching them to manage their money.
I bring in my own paycheck. However, we had an agreement that he would have the control over how the money's allocated.
How do you have an agreement like that? How would you ever come up and say, well, I'm gonna go work, but I'm gonna give you all of my money, and then you can tell me how I can spend my own money. I get his kids being like, you know what, you have an allowance, and you're gonna spend the money and learn about, fine. But to do that to your wife and have her go and work, I mean, yeah.
Being on an allowance when we were younger was good because I didn't know how to handle money. But being older and being on an allowance, that's kind of hard for me now. I would like to have a little bit more money. It's too little.
My wife is never satisfied, and I think $20 is more than sufficient.
You know, I'm surprised he's actually being that generous with $20. I mean, you would think that like, whoa, $20. What is she gonna spend all $20 on? You could do a lot with $20. You could go and get a few Filet-O-Fishes for that price.
I also have my little stash that he doesn't know about.
My wife doesn't think I know this, but she has like a couple of thousand hidden in an account somewhere, so. And as you can see, this is the exact same budget I have at the office.
Why are they each hiding money from each other? And it's obvious that he's way better at hiding money than she is hiding money. But I bet she knows about all the money that he's hiding as well, and she just doesn't tell him because she's smarter than that, you know? That's what I have a feeling it is.
Money unaccounted for is taboo around here.
You know what, I kind of get that though. I hate when money is unaccounted for. I really don't like it. And I literally have a spreadsheet actually in my computer accounting for everything. I have every single account that I have. I even have the cash in my wallet accounted for in the spreadsheet. So that way, nothing is missed. And then about once a month or so, I'll go through and I'll just update anything if they've grown in value or if I've spent a little bit of that cash somewhere. You know, but I get it. Unaccounted for money is absolutely taboo. That's going to destroy your budget, and we could prevent that by going and keeping track of all of it. So I get that.
So I'll splurge and take my family out to a restaurant, and I'll pay for it with a huge bag of coinage. Oh, you know, McDonald's is an option.
No, it's not.
Oh, I love McDonald's though. Here's the thing with McDonald's. The way I view it, McDonald's is such a treat for me. I don't go and just go and get McDonald's because I'm hungry. I get McDonald's as a reward for doing so because it's such bad junk food for you, but I feel like if I worked really hard, if I got a lot done that day, then I deserve it. So I get it. Like for me, if we decide to go to McDonald's, I'm just like, we deserved it.
Hi, kind of shocked to see me.
I thought it was quite amazing that my aunt and uncle just happened to show up.
What he didn't know was that I invited them. I did that really to get under his skin, also just to show him that, you know, you can't always be tight-fisted.
Wow, just the passive aggressiveness throughout this entire family. I would love to see a reality show just based around them. I have a feeling 7 minutes and 53 seconds is not long enough. I would love to see an episode from this family if they vlogged. Imagine if they, like instead of the Ace family, you had this family right here. Just vlogging how to save money, little day-to-day tactics. They would probably make a lot of money just going and saving money.
They're throwing off my budget completely.
You know what, they even have a Nissan Leaf in the driveway, which I gotta say is probably one of the best electric cars, I think, in terms of value. They're so low priced now. Let's go on eBay right now. You can get a Nissan Leaf. Look at this, you can get a used Nissan Leaf for $4,800. That is insane. You can get 73 miles on a Nissan Leaf. You're having an all-electric car. No gas, no oil, no engine you gotta fix up. For $4,800, that's really, really good. So I respect them. They got a Nissan Leaf. They're saving the environment, and they're saving a lot of money too.
It's gonna be really top-notch, and it's gonna be very expensive.
You can imagine the dismay on everyone's face when he pulls up to a Chinese buffet.
Aha!
I don't know about you guys, but that actually looks pretty good to me. I love buffets because I always like to feel like if I'm going out to eat somewhere, I want to make sure I'm getting the value for it. Like for instance, my girlfriend and I went out to a place called Italy. It's in Century City, and I wouldn't think of it as like too upscale. Like you walk into it, it looks like a big kind of like, looks like a luxurious food court. So anyway, we sit down and we're thinking we're gonna split a meal because we're gonna be economical. We're gonna be thrifty too because that's what we do, we split meals. So anyway, we decided on this like butternut squash pasta. I mean, you would think it would be pretty filling because pasta is like really filling stuff. It was $21. So I'm thinking, okay, $21, we're gonna get a huge plate of pasta, and we're just gonna split it, and that's gonna be like $11 each. So it's gonna be fine. No joke. There are 6 little things of, I don't know even what you want to call it, like risotto. Is that it? Like 6 little like squares of pasta. 6 squares for $22. That works out to be $3.66 per little square. However, on the other hand, we've been to like all-you-can-eat sushi restaurants like that. I love it because I'm thinking like, okay, this entire roll of sushi works out to be like a few dollars based on how much I'm eating and how much it is. So like, I like buffets because I feel like they have a good value, and because of that, I really enjoy myself.
What about one time eating something that we want to eat that's really nice?
Yeah, you're gonna have whatever you want.
A buffet?
You're gonna like the food here.
I don't get what's wrong with buffets. Buffets could be really good. And you gotta think too, a lot of the food there is very fresh because people take it and they gotta replenish it, and then people take it again. It's brand. I love it because you can get a whole variety of foods in one place. You can eat whatever you want.
I guess we're here. We're not going anywhere else.
Okay.
I love how the son's just like, he's given up. He's given up. He's like, you know what? Yep, I'm here at a buffet. I would love a buffet. I don't know. I would trade spots with them any day of the week because it sounds fun to me.
My family is showing a distinct lack of appreciation. All right, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna make sure that everybody's happy.
Exactly. How can you not appreciate someone as generous as him going and taking the entire family out to an all-you-can-eat buffet? That's all you can eat. Other restaurants, you have to pay for a certain amount of food and that's it. Here, you can eat until your heart is content. That is the place that I want to be.
All right, folks. There you go.
What is that?
That's our food.
He grabbed 3 plates, thinking he was going to pay for 3 people. But there were 6 of us.
You only pay for 3
That's
plates?
delicious. I know I got your
You
favorites.
only pay for 3 plates?
If I have more than this number of plates, then I have to pay for more people.
I didn't even know you could do that, and if that's the case, I've been doing this wrong my entire life. I didn't know you could just pay by the plate. My assumption was you go and sit down and they count per person, and then for everyone, it's all you can eat. I didn't realize. I could have saved so much money just having done this sooner and just paying by the plate and not by the person.
This is not the food that I hoped for.
Sure it is.
I mean, come on. Pizza.
This is just so good.
It does look pretty good though. I bet he's regretting not going to McDonald's, but that does look like pretty good food to me.
That's your track, sir?
Oh no! $92.28. That's literally all my change.
What a bill! That's a lot of money for six people, so $92 divided by 6, we got. So that works out to be about $15 a person for all you can eat. It looked about average for $15 in terms of a buffet. I've been to a lot of buffets in my time, and it's about right. I've seen better deals though. I've seen like $22 all-you-can-eat sushi places, which are really, really, really good. So 15 seems decent. Some of the Vegas places are like 22. They're just like luxurious places with like really intense, really good food. So 15 is probably a little bit on the high end for what it is, but it's okay.
When Terrence walked in with this huge bag of coins, I wanted to hide under the table. You're thoroughly embarrassing everybody here.
I am not embarrassing anybody. I saved and scrimped for this money.
You know, there's really nothing that's going and stopping you from paying with change for anything. I mean, what's to stop you from going and spending a few $100s on something with just pennies and nickels and dimes? And that's the thing too. I believe that the United States should really stop offering change. Let's be real. We don't need a whole bunch of pennies. We don't need a whole bunch of nickels and dimes. No one ever uses it. It just gets lost in the car between the seat and the center console, and it just falls between there, and then you never find it, and then you try to grab it out. But when you're grabbing it out, you get some weird like oil black stain on your finger, and you can't get it off, and you can't get the change either. That's usually what happens to it. I think we should be more like Canada and just get rid of the penny altogether. We don't need the penny. It serves no purpose. Just get rid of all change. Let's round everything up to the nearest dollar and call it a day. I would be so happy with doing that, and we could just get rid of, we could make this a thing of the past.
You know, doing my thing. You know, my wife is standing there and she's like,
You know, this sounds almost like his wife is maybe having an allergic reaction to some of that shellfish. At least she's doing that though, and not going to the courthouse and filing for divorce, which, you know, she might be at some point. So guys, quick break here, but I accidentally deleted the last few minutes of this video in my recording, and I can't seem to get it back, so now back in my garage redoing this, and we're gonna get back to the video.
92.10.
We just couldn't believe that he was really counting those pennies, and I couldn't believe that he was actually going through with it.
I have never seen anyone pay for them with the coins. Never.
Let's go.
I mean, technically though, if the United States didn't want people paying with coins, then they shouldn't be making them in the first place. But from his perspective, it just seems like it would be a lot easier to go to a coin star and like dump all the coins in one of those machines, have it count it for him, and then he doesn't have to spend all the time it would take to count it, like pennies and dimes and nickels, like $90, like that's gotta take him like 30 minutes just to go and do that.
Thank you for appreciating my tip. Hey, it only happens once a year.
All right, so we just finished this video, and I gotta say, he seems like a pretty likable guy. I mean, I would hang out with him. Him and I would have a lot of fun just going and actually not spending any money. Like, that's what we would do. We would just sit around all day at home for free, talking about all the ways we cannot be spending money. I would have so much fun doing that. But you know, overall, I just wanna see more of this guy. I wanna see a follow-up now, because I see that this was filmed in 2011, and now we're like 9 years later, pretty much. And I would love to see what this guy is up to now, if he's still like just as frugal, if he's still saving all the money. What happened all the other 9 years he took his family out for lunch or dinner? I want to hear about all of that, and I would love one day to get this guy on my channel. I mean, that would be a dream of mine. If he comes on the Stephan Show and we could talk about different ways to save money, that would be a dream. But other than that, we got another one of these episodes down. If you guys have any other videos, by the way, you want me to watch or react to, anything that you think would be interesting, just comment it down below or send me a message on Instagram, or actually like post it somewhere. I will see it, and eventually I will get around to reacting to it. So anyway, with that said, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, if you have not already destroyed the like button, just do that really quick. Before you click out of this video, just destroy the like button. That would be great. Also, feel free to subscribe and add me on Instagram. I post it pretty much daily, so if you want to be a part of it there, feel free to add me there. And lastly, if you guys want 2 free stocks, use the link down below in the description. Webull will give you 2 free stocks. One of the stocks is going to be valued up to $1,400. You deposit $100 on the platform. So anyway, if you guys want that, you may as well just go and take advantage of it and enjoy your 2 free stocks. So anyway, with that said, thank you so much for watching, and until next time.